Alrighty, it's November, and you know what that means? It's the Game Awards time. Now, just like with movies and the Oscars, video games have their own section too, called the Game Awards. Everyone goes in and they vote on a game that they think will win a certain category. And we're going to go over the nominees for the categories that matter, and we're going to talk about them. We're going to see what's up. Maybe some things I would change. But let's get into it. So, for the beginning, we have the Game Award, the Game of the Year category. We got Alan Wake 2, Baldur's Gate 3, Marvel's Spider-Man 2, Resident Evil 4, Super Mario Bros. Wonder, and The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Me personally, I voted for The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. I just think that it has a better chance at winning than Super Mario Bros. Wonder. I'm a big Nintendo fan, so I'm majorly biased. I haven't played Resident Evil 4, but last I checked, it originally released on GameCube a long time ago, so that's a bit odd. Spider-Man 2, it's Spider-Man 2. That one haven't played, but I want to play it. It looks incredible. It looks so much fun. I would love to play it, but again, I don't have a PS5. I'm a Nintendo fan, so of course not. I have a Switch. And the Switch is, oh boy, not capable of running Spider-Man 2. Alan Wake 2, I've never heard of. This is my first time hearing it, and I don't know, looks whatever. And Baldur's Gate 3, I believe, is like a League of Legends game. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know. Never heard of Baldur's Gate in general. But I saw a couple gameplay snippets and it looked like a League of Legends type game, old RuneScape, stuff like that. But yeah, I personally voted for Tears of the Kingdom. I think Mario Wonder is my personal game of the year. It is just incredible. Tears of the Kingdom is so much fun, but Super Mario Bros. Wonder just takes the cake. But I'm going to be honest, I would replace Alan Wake 2 with Sonic Superstars. In my personal opinion, Sonic Superstars is one of the best Sonic games of all time. Quote me, I dare you. It's the truth. It does so what it does so well. That's the best I can say. I got a video coming out on it soon. Soon. So stay tuned for that. I'll go into more detail about Superstars and why I love it so much. But even if it was on here, and I would still go against my judgment and vote for Tears of the Kingdom, it's much more of a broader game, more of a grand game. Super Mario Bros. Wonder is very linear. Well, it's 2D, so it kind of has to be. And what it does with the Wonder Flower and the new area is just incredible. Everything. It takes the idea of being a new 2D Mario game, but doesn't add the new part on it. It doesn't use it as its identity to bring back nostalgia. More it goes heavy into new, adding new things, being different, but it could be so much more different. But it can't because of New Super Mario Bros. And again, I'll talk about Mario Wonder later, maybe in another video, but yeah, I believe Tears of the Kingdom will win this easily. But Spider-Man 2, that's a big one too. And brand new. It looks incredible. It looks like it plays incredible as well. So I think Tears of the Kingdom, Spider-Man 2 are going to be battling. All these other games, haven't heard of, except Resident Evil 4. But that came out a while ago, so I don't know why that's on here. Next category, Best Game Direction. Alan Wake 2, Baldur's Gate 3, Marvel's Spider-Man 2, Super Mario Bros. Wonder, and Tears of the Kingdom. The exact same list as last time, except Resident Evil 4. Now, here, personally, I went with Super Mario Bros. Wonder because of the Wonder Flower. And you'll be playing a stage. And it's nice and calm and peaceful. You hit that Wonder Seed, the Wonder Flower, everything changes up on you. Now you're falling from the ceiling. You got fire coming in from the sides, It's crazy how much it mixes things up and gets interesting. And that's probably one of the best aspects of Super Mario Bros. Wonder. And I believe is a perfect step forward for the franchise. All these other games, they're great, but they're sequels. Tears of the Kingdom, sequel to Breath of the Wild. Spider-Man 2. Can you guess what that's a sequel of? If you said Spider-Man 1, you're correct. So they take the base game, the original, and just add in new things to it. So it's still the original, but new. Mario Wonder is completely new. Haven't seen it. Even in 2D in general, there's nothing really quite like Mario Wonder, which makes it a classic, really. So this Mario Wonder, that's what I voted for. I think, again, Alan Wake 2, I'd replace that with Superstars. I think it's a phenomenal game. And for Sonic in general, it's a step in the right direction with 2D Sonic. Frontiers is the step in the right direction, for 3D Sonic, but Superstars, perfect for 2D. All it needs to do is just refine more things, do more new, and it's perfect. Absolutely perfect. But yeah, I voted for Mario Wonder. I think it's the best one. Next one, Best Narrative. Alan Wake 2, Baldur's Gate 3, Cyberpunk 2077, Final Fantasy. Not sure which one this is. Maybe 10 or 11. And Spider-Man 2. And for this one, I went with Spider-Man 2 because it's the only one I know. And I think the story, from what I've seen, looks pretty cool. So yeah, there's not really a lot to talk about there, since I don't know a lot of these games. But yeah, I voted for Spider-Man 2. Next one is Best Art Direction. Alan Wake 2, Hi-Fi Rush, Lies of P, Super Mario Bros. Wonder, and The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Of course I voted for Super Mario Bros. Wonder. Who do you think I am? I'm a Mario fan. I'm a Nintendo fan. Of course I voted for Mario Wonder. This game looks beautiful. It takes the glossy look of New Super Mario Bros. U and creates more of a Crayola type look. Someone tried to make an HD picture, an HD game using crayons. It's a really weird thing to say, but I think that's the best way to describe it. It's incredible. Absolutely incredible. Tears of the Kingdom just looks like Breath of the Wild. The art style's good, but I kind of like when the self-shading is off, honestly. It's interesting. I prefer other games in the Zelda series that have better art styles, like A Link Between Worlds. The 3DS had some good art styles when it came to the Legend of Zelda series. Now, the best score and music: Alan Wake 2, Baldur's Gate 3, Final Fantasy, whatever, Hi-Fi Rush, and The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. I'm so mad they didn't add on Sonic Superstars to this. Sonic Superstars has an incredible soundtrack. It's phenomenal. Some people hate on it because, there's two composers, one that worked on the classic games and one that worked on, the adventure games, and have two different styles of music. But it works so well, it's incredible. I absolutely adore that soundtrack. And yeah, I think I voted for Tears of the Kingdom because again, it's the only one I know for a fact has a decent soundtrack. For what you hear, it's good. But for like everything else, there's kind of not a lot to it. Now, best audio design: Alan Wake 2, Dead Space, Hi-Fi Rush, Marvel Spider-Man 2, and Resident Evil 4. Again, Spider-Man 2, I went. The reading, I didn't really understand what this one meant compared to the other one. This category is recognizing the best in game audio and sound design. I think Spider-Man 2 does a good job at that, mainly because it's the only one I've really heard out of all these. But yeah, I think it's a decent one. Now we're getting a little bit of deeper territory. Best performance: we have Ben Starr from Final Fantasy, whatever, Cameron Morgan from Jedi Survivor, Idris Elba, Cyberpunk 2077, Melbain Liberd, Alan Wake 2, Neil Newborn, Baldur's Gate 3, Yuri Lowenthal, Marvel Spider-Man 2. I went with Cameron Morgan. Cameron Monaghan. I'm butchered everyone's name here, except Ben Starr. But let's be honest, it's Ben Starr. How could you not mess up that name? I just voted for Cameron Monaghan because I've seen Jedi Survivor. I've seen some more YouTube videos of that game, and the things that the his performance in that game is pretty good. I fairly enjoyed it when I watched videos of it, and I think it was actually really. I think it was decent. I didn't think it was. I didn't think it was that bad. Our next one: innovation in accessibility. Diablo 5, I'm assuming, Forza Motorsport, Hi-Fi Rush, Marvel Spider-Man 2, Mortal Kombat 1, or Street Fighter 6. Again, I didn't know what this one meant, so I'll just gonna read the definition. Recognizing software and or hardware that is pushing the medium forward by adding features, technology, and content to help games be played and enjoyed by an even wider audience. So basically just what game has the best extra content. And I went with Spider-Man 2. Didn't know it had it, but I guess it does. And again, it's the one that I enjoy the most. You'll see a theme that the games that I know the best, I'm going to vote for those, more or less. or the ones that I think have a really good chance at winning, I like to see them try. The games that I know as well. They have, yeah, they have to be games that I know. Next one here, games for impact. For a throughout thought-provoking game with a pro-social meaning or message. A space for the unbound. Chance of Sinar. Goodbye Volcano High. Ticha. Terranil. Venba. I went with Terranil because it had a nice start to the beginning. Honestly, I don't know. There wasn't much here for that. I didn't really know any of those games at all. Best ongoing. So basically, awarded to a game for outstanding development of ongoing content that involves the player experience over time. Apex Legends, Cyberpunk 2077, Final Fantasy whatever, Fortnite, Genshin Impact. The only people voting for Genshin Impact are the sweaty fat nerds in the basement that go on there to see, not, play as the females in the game, not just the males. Fortnite, I voted for that because I've been playing that recently and it's really, really fun and I enjoy it. And I don't play a lot of those ongoing games, but I think it's one of the better ones. So we're gonna skip a couple here. There was best debut indie game, and I saw Cocoon on here and Pizza Tower. The last one was best independent game, and Cocoon was on here. And I remember Video Game Donkey made a video on that, on Cocoon, and it was a really funny video. So that's the only reason why I voted for that in that category. But best debut indie game, Pizza Tower. It was a big craze a while ago. Everyone was playing Pizza Tower. And you know what? Yeah, I like Pizza Tower. It was it was good. I played it for a bit, and it's like what a lot of people said, comparing it to WarioWare. Sorry, Wario Land type game. So yeah, and I definitely saw it. I Yeah, for sure. So best VR/AR: Gran Turismo 7, Horizon Call of the Mountain, Humanity, Resident Evil Village VR mode, and Snaps. I went for Resident Evil because the mama called. If you know, you know. Best action game: Armored Core, Fires of Rubicon, Dead Island 2, Ghost Runner 2, Hi-Fi Rush, and Remnant 2. I went with Dead Island 2 because, again, it's the only one I actually know out of all of these. And I remember my buddy from school was talking about it, and he said, "Yeah, I love the Dead Island games. You can do so much in those." I was like, "Oh, that's pretty cool." I heard this game wasn't as good. It was a bit of a letdown, but people still liked it. Best action adventure: Alan Wake 2, Marvel's Spider-Man 2, Resident Evil 4, Jedi, Star Wars Jedi Survivor, and The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom. Take a guess on what I voted for. If you said Tears of the Kingdom, you're correct. And I would like to ask, how did you know? Of course I voted for Tears of the Kingdom. What else would I vote for? Jedi Survivor? I'm a Nintendo fan. I kind of have to. Best RPG: Baldur's Gate 3, Final Fantasy, Lies of P, Sea of Stars, and Starfield. I went with Starfield because I know that game came out kind of recently, and I didn't really care, so I voted for it anyway. Best Fighting: God of Rock, Mortal Kombat 1, Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2, Pocket Bravery, Street Fighter 6. Try to take a guess on which one I voted for. Again, if you said Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2, you'd be correct. Because for the memes, I had to. Now, one of my personal favorite categories, Best Family Game. As in what game appeals to the family the most? What game is suitable for the family? Disney Illusion Island, Party Animals, Pikmin 4, Sonic Superstars, and Super Mario Bros. Wonder. Here, Sonic Superstars has to get all the love it can. We can get one, boys. We can get one. I voted for Superstars. Mario Wonder has lots of chances. So does Pikmin 4. It also has a second chance. But Superstars, one of the best games, in my opinion, of all time, which I didn't realize until now, is one of my top games of all time. And it is my second game of the year. Pretty wild. Yeah, I went with Superstars because I love it. Pikmin 4 is great, but I'm not a Pikmin fan, so don't care. Mario Wonder, again, that has multiple chances at winning an award. Sonic Superstars won, so I'm gonna give it to that one. Don't even know what Party Animals is. Best sim/strategy game. I went with Pikmin 4 because it's the only one I knew out of all these, besides Advance Wars. Let me list them out. Advance Wars 1+2 Reboot Camp, Cities Skylines 2s, Company of Heroes 3, Fire Emblem Engage, and Pikmin 4. The only one I knew, Pikmin 4. So I went with that one. I figured, give it a shot. Why not? Best sports/racing. EA Sports FC 24, F1 23, Forza Motorsports, Hot Wheels Unleashed 2 Turbocharged, The Crew Motorfest. Again, for the memes, Hot Wheels Unleashed 2 Turbocharged. That's what I voted for. Honestly, it had to be that one. For the memes. Like, none of those games were really that great. So you had to do it. Best multiplayer. Baldur's Gate 3, Diablo 5, Party Animals, Street Fighter 6, and Super Mario Bros. Wonder. Mario Wonder, baby. I love that game. I played it with one of my buddies, co-op. It went well. Actually, it went really well. It plays smoothly with two players, unlike Superstars, where the main gimmick is going fast and the camera only pans to one character, so the player 2 just kind of has to reboot in sometimes. But when you do, if player 1's going fast, you get taken off screen within 2 seconds and you can't play. So, as much as I love Superstars, the multiplayer is broken. And I don't mean broken in a good way. I mean it in a bad way. But again, I'll talk about that more when the video comes out soon. So yeah, I voted for Mario Wonder. It's a flawless experience. So good. Best adaptation. This was a good category. Castlevania, Nocturne, don't know how to say that. Gran Turismo, The Last of Us, the Super Mario Bros. Movie, and Twisted Metal. Who do you think is gonna win? What movie do you think is gonna win? Which one ranked in number one out of all these, probably combined as well? It's Super Mario Bros. The movie. Of course it is. It's easily the best adaptation ever. Sonic, look at the Sonic movies. Let's take that for example. Sonic 1, when that came out, was like the game Sonic 1. A good starter, but nothing more than that. Sonic 2 took what happened in Sonic 1, but expanded upon it, made it better. It didn't make it better in every way, but it certainly was better. Sonic 3 seems to be doing like the game Sonic 3 and Knuckles, where it's just making everything more grand, more of a bigger experience, one true adventure. And it looks to be incredible, so can't wait for that. But back on track. Mario Bros. Movie, can't wait to see it. Sorry, I already have seen it like 5 times. I would love to see it again, but I can't wait to see it win an award. That's all I want to say. And then we'll leave it at here. Most anticipated game: Final Fantasy Rebirth, Hades 2, Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth, Star Wars Outlaws, Tekken 8. I know some of my buddies at school were talking about this game, Star Wars Outlaws. And like, yeah, you get to do whatever you want. We're going to take over some Star Destroyers, and we're going to be rulers of the galaxy together. It'll be so much fun. And they were ripping on me because I have a Switch, so it can't run Star Wars Outlaws. But they have the next gen, they have this gen consoles, so I can't play with them. And I ended up voting for Star Wars Outlaws because I figured, you know what? It does actually seem like a really cool game that I would actually really enjoy and I would love to play sometime. But obviously, right now, I can't at all unless I want to fork over $400 for an Xbox. I'm not getting a PlayStation whatsoever. There's no way I'm getting a PlayStation unless it's free and it's like the PlayStation 1, then I'll take it. Other than that, no. So yeah, Star Wars Outlaws. I'm a bit surprised though. The Indiana Jones game isn't on here. And I know we haven't heard anything about that game yet, but we know it's happening and I'm excited for it. I'm a massive Indiana Jones fan. The only Indiana Jones game I have is the Emperor's Tomb for the original Xbox, and that one's janky. It's not too great. So this game has the potential to be a better Uncharted. Honestly, it could be so good, and I'm surprised it's not on here. I wish it was, but you can't have everything in life. So those are the nominees. Again, there's a lot of pieces. There's a lot of games on there, and whether you agree with me or not, it's up to you. That's why it's the Game Awards. That's why you can vote to see what game wins. Personally, I hope Mario Wonder ends up taking out the W in Game of the Year. I hope Sonic Superstars comes out with the best family game. And I hope Mario Wonder just wins something because I love that game. It's incredible. It deserves an award. Never thought it would be in so many slots, but it deserves it. I thought Superstars was going to be in it more often. But no, only in one. Should have been in the soundtrack category, the best audio, but no, because there's controversy behind the soundtrack. Ugh. Again, talk about that in the Superstars video when it comes out soon. And yeah, so if you search up on your phone or whatever, Game Awards 2023, you can go on there. All you have to do is sign in. You can sign in with a Google account and go vote. Cast your vote and pray that your game gets picked. And we'll see you in the next video soon. See ya.